Hey everybody, welcome to my channel, Singing with Lauren. Today we are talking all about sirens. Why you would do a siren in your warm-up, what it'll help you with, and how to do them. So hit subscribe, download your practice calendar at singingwithlauren.com/calendar, and let's get sirening. Okay, what is a siren? A siren is a slide on a semi-pitched tone. So one would sound like this. Ready? Put your earphones in if you're at work. Ooh! And yes, you want to go down to vocal fry. So, what is the point of doing that? Couple things. So first of all, I would not recommend doing a full-blown siren like the one I just did at the beginning of your vocal practice. You want to get a little bit of warming up in first, and then you would want to do this. So I would recommend first starting in the middle of your voice. A couple of reasons why you would want to do this is one, it tests your breath voice connection. So if you are not either taking enough air in, or if you're not remaining connected, keeping those ribs out, keeping this engaged, you will hear it almost immediately and you will feel it. Second of all, it really proves to you how big your range is. A lot of times my students tell me I cannot sing that note, and then I have them siren up to it and boom, it's flying out of their mouth. Really helpful in conquering that mental part resistance to singing high or low. Thirdly, it helps you practice keeping the focus of your sound in the same spot. And a lot of people crack during sirens and then they're like, why am I cracking? So there's two big reasons, maybe three, that you're cracking. The one is that you're putting all the pressure up here, you're not using your breath, right? The second is that you are making a really big adjustment in your sound and your vocal production too quickly for your voice to handle, such as changing where you're focusing the voice. So when I'm singing this, if I go like this, ooh, I stopped the breath. I kind of cracked, and I did that on purpose, but as I was going up, I threw the sound into the back, right? What if I go the other way? What if I start really dark and then try to go bright? Ooh! Nothing really happened, but I definitely felt it in my throat. Now, if I stay in the same place, up and down, let's see what happens. Ooh. Nothing happened. It just kept going, which is what we want, okay? We don't want a big crack. We don't want a big break in the sound. We definitely don't want it to go from being a solid sound to going airy, which that relates back to the connection to the body, the connection to our air. That would sound like this. Ooh. And at that point where I start to sound airy, what's happening is instead of bringing my vocal folds to a full closure, the air starts getting almost thrown at my vocal folds, almost like I'm blowing into a flute, like, whoo, right? There's no possible way to make a good sound when you're throwing air at your vocal folds, because your vocal folds are small. I say this all the time because I think it's really hard to imagine. Water break. Cheers. I think it's really hard for us to imagine and to conceptualize how small our vocal folds are, because they can make so much sound, which is, I think, part of why singing is so miraculous, to be honest. But anyway, so when too much air gets thrown at them, they can't take it. They literally cannot take it. So instead of doing a nice closure, a nice vibration, they start basically boinging off of each other, and that is just no good. So hopefully that all makes sense. If you guys have any specific questions about that, definitely leave them in the comments. I'll get back to you ASAP. So let's actually start these sirens. So we're gonna start in the middle of your voice, okay? So we're gonna start here. Ooh, we're just gonna go up a little bit. Ooh, that's all. Ooh. This is, if you've never done a siren before, this is where I want you to start. And don't move on, just keep doing these. This is still helpful for you. Ooh. And for those of you that this is a very foreign concept, I would recommend someone shows you something really amazing, really shiny, or something that you've always wanted and then they got, what would you do? You'd be like, ooh, or at least I would. I'm a little bit dramatic, but, or like the whole joke when people are like, ooh, ah, right? Those are miniature sirens. So do that with me. Ooh, breathe. Ooh, breathe. Ooh, breathe. Ooh, breathe. Now we're gonna start lower and go higher. Ready? Ooh. Okay. We're basically doing an octave right now. Ooh, breathe. Ooh, breathe. Ooh, breathe. Ooh. Good. And every time you end the siren, what are we ending it with? What was that? What was that? We're ending it with a breath. Yes, yes, yes. This is so important. We're ending it with a breath. Ooh. I bet you couldn't even hear my breath, but I ended with one. Okay, so now we're going to expand. We're gonna do low to high. Do not be afraid, okay? Do not be alarmed. However, I will tell you guys, I want you to really get into your body. So make sure you're not locking your knees because that makes your whole body go like this. You want to get those knees in a comfortable position. You want to put one hand here and one hand here. Make sure that those breaths are nice and full. And we're going to breathe in for 3 beats. Then we're going to go. Ready? Exhale. Inhale. Ooh. Great. Good job. I know those are scary. Every time I try to get one of my students to do one of those for the first time, they totally freak out and they get really embarrassed. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's totally normal. It's totally normal. No, but seriously, these help a lot for the reasons I said before. And before I end this, I want you guys to watch out for 2 things. First of all, I want you to watch out for when you start the breath and then start the siren, there should not be a pause, right? It just should not be like this. Ooh, right? Because that's encouraging a bad habit of the hard glottal onset. We want it to be smooth, right? We want it to go, ooh, right? Ooh. Second thing I want you to watch out for is drastic movements in your mouth while you're doing this. So if you see me do it, I have my jaw unhinged, right? Ooh. The only place that you see me make an adjustment is as I'm getting into my head higher voice. What happens? I'm opening this way. I'm getting bigger. What I see a lot of beginners do on this exercise is this. Ooh. I'm not making fun of you guys if this is you, okay? This is just something I want you to watch out for, because when you're like moving your mouth around like that, like it's putty, you're not gonna get the sound that you want, and it's a bad habit. It's just a bad habit that you do not want to start, especially when you're trying to cultivate good habits. Okay, that's all I have for you guys today. Remember to download your May calendar. No worries that we're already halfway through May, which is so crazy. It's almost summer, and you're gonna find that at singingwithlauren.com/calendar. And I hope to see you guys there. If you are loving these videos, or if you're loving your practice calendar, let me know. It means so much to me. Comment what your requests are for tutorials, for the vocal exercises and mini voice lesson videos, and I will talk to you guys so soon. Happy singing, don't forget to practice, and drink an extra cup of water today, okay? Talk to you later.